elections later this year. Well, let's get more on this story and talk to Peter Zalmayev. He's director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, joining us live now from New York. President Saakashvili's party holds an overwhelming majority in the parliament. So what are the chances for this new party in the October election?
Well, most polling experts have given it no more than 30% the upcoming elections in October. The opposition has criticized Saakashvili's increasing authoritarian tactics, and unfortunately that issue has not gotten enough traction among voters. Instead, the opposition should be talking education, jobs, healthcare, and pension reforms. It also remains to be seen if the demonstrations that the opposition has organized so far, some of which have been quite impressive in size, will not run out of steam over the summer.
You say not run out of steam, or perhaps would they be suppressed by the government? Obviously, they've been allowed to stage these rallies at the moment, but do you see that sort of freedom continuing?
Well, President Saakashvili's government has been known to deal with opposition protesters quite harshly in the past. One particularly brutal crackdown, if you remember, occurred in 2007, ironically the fourth anniversary of the Rose Revolution. Yet, if the opposition sticks to its peaceful methods, and it has so far, Saakashvili's government will not have a good enough excuse to crack down, and it will have to rely on its peaceful methods in dealing with these demonstrations, maybe deny media coverage to the opposition, and I also believe that it is still quite assured of victory in October.
Now, during her visit to Georgia just days ago, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, she called for free and fair elections. Are we going to see a democratic process then in the country?
The U.S. will be watching quite carefully, anxiously, the parliamentary elections in October, and also the 2013 presidential elections. As Clinton said, a valid electoral outcome in parliament and presidential elections will further Georgia's reputation as a kind of model that the U.S. wants to see in other countries. So Georgia is a poster boy for America, and it will be a blow to its prestige, the prestige of its foreign policy, if Georgia does not have free and fair elections. But mind you, there will be many international observers at these elections, and I do not believe that we will witness fraud on any significant scale, though some irregularities will likely occur.
But any other reason why America should be so interested in what many would say is a very small state, miles away from America itself? You're saying they'd like to see this as a model of democracy, but are there any other reasons, American influence in the region, for example, that it has such an interest there?
Well, mind you, it is a very strategic neighborhood, and Georgia is a territory. As a territory, it hosts several pipelines as well that go to the Black Sea and supply gas and oil to European countries. At the same time, Georgia has been what some would say a pawn in the big game with America and Russia butting heads, and therefore Georgia is of a very crucial importance to America, precisely because it has allied itself so closely with its foreign policy. I would have to say, though, that despite what we see on the level of the State Department, and by that I mean continuing support to Saakashvili's government, on the level of individual lawmakers, such as individual congressmen, we see increasing criticism of President Saakashvili's sometimes brutal tactics in his dealings with the opposition.
Peter, very interesting to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks so much for joining us live there. Peter Zalmayev, Director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, live there in New York. Thanks.